Hi everyone, welcome back to the grounds of the Billie Jean King USTA National Tennis Center. Harry Chickmo alongside Katrina Adams, courtside with USTA Eastern. It's been a great broadcast. Still much more coming up here, including the USTA Eastern's partnership with the New York Sport Times World Team Tennis. You know, it's similar to junior team tennis, which is so big in the section. But man, the Sport Times had a great year with McEnroe, Kim Clijsters, also Martina Hingis. You know, Bjorn Borg came to the Sport Times Stadium. Katrina, I know you and I love World Team Tennis so much. Talk about the partnership here.
Well, it's a highlight of the summer tennis, especially for professional tennis here in the New York area. And for Eastern to get involved in World Team Tennis out at Sport Times and Randall's Island, it's a huge asset for them to be able to introduce World Team Tennis to the junior programs around the section. A lot of the youth from a lot of different programs, especially NJTL programs, were out there on a nightly basis when they were competing. They got to see top players like John McEnroe, Serena Williams, Bjorn Borg, and others. And so what a huge asset for this section to be able to utilize professional tennis to really get the youth and other volunteers involved in the sport.
Well, that is amazing. I know you do so much with Harlem Junior Tennis as well, and I've met a lot of your players out there. And one of them was telling me that he got a scholarship, so I'm sure many have actually. Talk about how World Team Tennis helps inspire them.
Well, I think it inspires them because they're able to get up close and personal with some of these legend players like a John McEnroe, like a Bjorn Borg. Some of these players have never even seen any footage of them. They've seen John over the years because, yes, he's local. He actually has come to our program and hit with some of the kids on occasion. But it's for these kids from my program and other programs like the NYJTL and other local programs to be able to interact on a daily basis or a nightly basis with these players. They learn so much as far as being competitive, about being focused, and about having fun.
Well, there's no question there's a lot of great excitement and so much fun at Sport Times Stadium. Here's a little look at the flavor of what goes on with World Team Tennis and USTA Eastern. Tennis stars Martina Hingis and John McEnroe weren't the only ones looking to make an impact this summer with the New York Sport Times. A team of USTA Eastern volunteers from Albany to New York City were at each home match of the World Team Tennis franchise, promoting the section's marquee community tennis programs, junior team tennis, adult leagues, and 10 and under tennis. It was all part of the USTA Eastern's decision in 2011 to become a host sponsor of the Sport Times as a way to help grow grassroots tennis in the section's metro and northern regions. The sponsorship gave the section a unique platform to showcase its marquee programs while exposing its members and local communities to the exciting world of professional tennis. It also helped to raise awareness of the various local programs in which kids can learn and play the sport, including national junior tennis and learning centers, community tennis associations, private clubs, and community organizations. Congratulations to the New York Sport Times and its host sponsor, USTA Eastern, on a great season of World Team Tennis. For the past 2 years, the Swiss watchmaker Longines has provided once-in-a-lifetime opportunities for USTA Eastern, sponsoring major events for the section's junior players, the Center Court for Kids Tennis Clinic, and the Junior Tennis Challenge. The clinic, hosted in September by USTA Eastern and the Harlem Junior Tennis and Education Program, featured tennis legend Stephanie Graf, doubles champion Murphy Jensen, and Sloane Stevens, who reached the third round of the 2011 U.S. Open. The kids not only worked on their forehands, backhands, and serves, but also got encouragement and advice to help them succeed both on and off the court. In April, top-ranked boys from the USTA Eastern section got to compete in the Junior Tennis Challenge at the USTA Billie Jean King National Tennis Center and vie for a chance to compete for a free trip to Paris to play against juniors from around the world at the French Open. The kids loved competing at the home of the U.S. Open. Here is an interview with one of the competitors this year.
I'm here with Alan Delman, who just came off the court. How'd it go?
Well, I lost. I played really well. The kid I played is a great player, and it was an honor to play with him.
Is it mean as much just to play well, even if you don't win?
Yeah, definitely, because I'd rather lose but play really well, work on my games, implement what my coaches are telling me in practice to do, than lose but not get better.
How good is the competition out here today?
Well, it's great. Everyone here is top in their section. They're all great players, and it's just a great atmosphere.
Part of this tournament was you had to submit an essay about community service. And Alan, you do something really nice where you sit with kids at lunchtime who have some social behavioral problems and autism. Tell us about that.
Well, yeah, my school has a club. It's called Social Ambassadors, and that's pretty much where you're just helping out the kids that have problems like social or autism, and you sit with them, kind of talk to them, and like, for example, like they have a bunch of board games that they bring with them, and you just play with them and just keep them company, because sadly usually they don't sit with many people, and it's just nice to help out at school.
Does it make you feel good to do something nice for someone else?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Alan, making a difference on and off the court. Have fun today.
Thank you.
The game of tennis just became kid-friendly. Now it's easy for kids to learn the game with smaller courts and equipment sized just for them. So they'll develop faster and have fun along the way. Find out more at tenandundertennis.com.
Well, there's no question 10 and under tennis is the way to go. Copeland Coating Company, the big sponsor here for the Eastern section, helping to make this initiative possible. Katrina, this is real tennis for the youth. You also said senior citizens could compete. What do you know about 10 and under tennis?
Well, 10 and under tennis is an excellent way to introduce the sport of tennis to 10 and under, as well as for senior citizens. But what you can do is you can convert a 78-foot court into a 60-foot court, as well as a 36-foot court. And with the Copeland Coating Company donating their money and time and effort to paint these lines on these courts, anyone can have this court in their backyard as well as at their facility or park.
And how have you been able to use 10 and under tennis with your leagues around, or your programs, I should say, around the Eastern section?
Well, we've been using it for many years now, and we use it with the foam balls, we use it with the red, orange, and green dot balls, we use it with the short rackets, and really bringing the size of tennis down to the size of the player. It's real tennis, and it's a good way to introduce the sport, to get these kids having fun earlier, but also to make sure that they're technically sound at an earlier age.
Well, I know I spoke to Pete Sampras about that at Madison Square Garden. He's a huge proponent of 10 and under tennis. Much more coming up here, Katrina, on Courtside with USTA Eastern. Be sure to check out eastern.usta.com, and we'll be right back after these brief messages. Welcome back to the grounds of the Billie Jean King USTA National Tennis Center. Harry Chickma, Katrina Adams here. And this broadcast has come to a close, but it's been such an honor to speak about the USTA Eastern section, which has done so much for our lives. And it's all about membership. Without the members, this doesn't happen, and people can't enjoy this wonderful sport. Katrina, how do you become a member of the USTA?
Well, you can go to USTA.com and sign up under membership. And it's so important for the USTA and for the communities overall nationwide to have these members involved. It's very vital to the growth of tennis in America, to the growth of community tennis. 40% of your dollars go back to community tennis, to programs like mine and thousands of others around the nation. So please get involved by becoming a member.
Well, Katrina, it's been an honor being here talking about the Eastern section. We love tennis, and there's no question it is on the rise. So for the rest of the staff, I'm Harry Chickman. Be sure to check out eastern.usta.com for more information, and we'll see you again next time.